unmute yourself and ensure you are audible.
Yes, am I audible?
Contestant Purnima. Witchcraft. Witchcraft Purnima.
Good morning. Until 2004, if you asked the magic mirror on the wall, it would utter my name after Snow White. Yes, I was as fair as Snow White. I was so fair that I was made to stand outside the class for 10 minutes in the sun so that I would get some tan. If not, my complexion would reflect on the blackboard and blinded everyone. If I played in the playground, I would get dirty like a white paper would. Imagine being that fair. My mother never gave me anything white to eat for fear of me becoming even fairer. Life wasn't easy growing up that fair. But as a teenager, I was enjoying the attention I was getting with a fair, glowing skin. The boys in the neighborhood were head over heels about me. They sent me letters with scented ink and sent me fresh, exotic flowers and expensive gifts. They even ran errands to get my attention. But me, I wanted a tall, dark, handsome who was exciting to be with. I waited for my Prince Charming to come on his white horse and whisk me away to a faraway land. I met Rajiv when I was at work. He was tall as a palm and dark as a rain cloud, and he had such striking features, I instantly took a liking for him. He was so charming, the entire office was talking about him. He partied and all the girls lost their hearts for him. He was that good. But me, he ignored. We got into the same team and he made my life so irritating. He did all the practical jokes just to annoy me. So much so that once he proxied a love letter to one of my obnoxious colleagues on my behalf. I had a tough time clearing from that man. And ever since, I hated Rajiv. But underneath all this, I knew that he cared for me and he was watching for me all the time. When all this was happening, my parents fixed my wedding to the Timbagali prince of Andhra Pradesh, one of the wealthiest in Andhra. And since I didn't find the one, I decided to get married to him. On the final day of my work, I was bidding farewell to all my friends. There I saw Rajiv waiting for me. He didn't look normal. His eyes were swollen, and he spoke to me with a kindness that I never knew before. I went to him, and a teardrop fell on the ground. Bam! We were teleported to a dark forest with a flash of a past battle playing in front of us. There, Rajiv was fighting an army of witches. Alone, he fought hard and brave, with clouds splitting and gusts of wind and tall trees falling down. With every swivel of a sword, the witches vanished into thin air. At that moment, a weak moment, when the witches caught him off guard and cursed him very cruelly. With a sword on his forehead, the witches said, "If you ever find love, your lady love will lose all her natural beauty." I was shocked. Apparently, Rajiv was born to his parents, the prince of Kumkumpola, with the grace of the witches. And when he turned 21, his parents were supposed to surrender. In the contrary, he invaded the witches. It was overwhelming. He teleported me back to where I was, and I was getting late for my train, and off I went to marry my Tumbagali prince. But Rajiv, he chased the train jet speed on his super duper fast white horse, and he made it on time even before me. night, as I lay in bed, contemplating with the overwhelming emotions, I had the sense of feeling again he was watching over me. Yes, like a bat, he turned and he was watching over my window on the tree opposite my bedroom. In the morning, he made it just in time to get to the marriage. And with a clarity in my mind, I decided to go off with him right off. On the outskirts of the forest, I found that he was, no moment we exchanged our vows and the rings, he was turning gloomier and my skin complexion was changing. And he was completely turned into an introvert and me into this. At the end, love conquers all. Over to the conscious master.
We will now observe one